Hi, I'm Bill Silver. I'm a realtor with Cape Cod Associates in lovely downtown Howardsport. At 8 a.m. Wednesday, October 29th, I clicked the Submit button for a new listing on Cape Cod and Islands MLS. Listing 21410028 was born for 132 Gilbert Lane, Howardsport. This video report tracks the hit story for the first 30 days of this listing. Within seconds of clicking the Submit button, this new listing appeared on the MLS hot sheet, which is available to all Cape Cod agents. Also, many agents automatically received notification and emails telling them about this new listing because it was a match for one of their saved searches. Within 4 hours, this listing had 44 agent hits. After 8 hours, the total was 74. After 24 hours, 114. And after 1 week, 162, and 231 at the end of 30 days. Certainly other listings may have more or less hits than this one. What's really important is the percentage of hits over time. At the end of 4 hours, almost 1/5 of all the hits for the month had already happened. At the end of only 8 hours, the hit count was almost 1/3 of the total. After just the first day, this listing already had almost half of its monthly total. And after 1 week, more than 2/3. The takeaway here is that most agent hits happen very early in the lifetime of a listing. Clients are also notified when a new listing is a match for one of their saved searches. When they click on the listing, it's recorded as a client hit. At the end of 30 days, this listing had 56 client hits. 8 hits equaling 14% of the total occurred in the first 8 hours. 13 hits comprising 24% of the total occurred in the first day. And 31 hits, more than half of the total, occurred in the first week. At the 10-day mark, this listing went under agreement, and its status was changed from active to contingent. It's not clear what effect this had on agent or client hits. Although not as dramatically front-end loaded as agent hits, most of the client hits also happen very early in the lifetime of this listing. As soon as your listing goes live, MLS starts sharing your listing's information with real estate websites and portals via IDX and syndication. But even before your listing goes live on MLS, it's already alive on the internet. To see for yourself, try this. Google your own house address. You'll be surprised what you find. Before number 21410028 went live, I Googled its address and got 5 hits, including the Google map for this address and the dedicated house website that I created for this listing with its own .com domain name. I selected 14 real estate websites that I thought were relevant on Cape Cod. Of course, there are many more than 14. After this listing had been live for 1 hour, I searched each of these 14 sites to see if this listing was now on that site. I found 3 more sites that had this listing. After 8 hours, I searched for this listing again and found it on 3 more websites. And after 24 hours, I found it on yet 3 more websites. My last search was at the 36-hour mark when I then found this listing on Trulia and Zillow. After your listing goes live, it doesn't take very long before it's everywhere on the internet. At the end of the 30-day watch period, I did one last test. I Googled the listing's address. There were 2.8 million hits. Websites want to be seen by a Google searcher, so placement in the hit list report is crucial. The ideal is to be found above the fold on page 1. For this search, the page 1 fold was really in thirds. There were 2 hits in the top third of page 1. There were 4 hits in the middle third of page 1. And 4 more hits in the bottom third. Unlike many Googlers, I did look at page 2. Here are the page 2 hits. Like most Googlers, I didn't look at page 3 or any of the other 200,000 plus pages. On a very happy note, the most important website for this listing, its own website, was the number 2 hit. I was also happy that the listing's YouTube virtual tour video made it onto page 1, and that its virtual tour slideshow made it onto page 2. There are 2 really important takeaways from this report. Sellers, going on the market, essentially going live on MLS, before your listing is ready, is a big mistake. Buyers, if you are interested in a property, Google its address. You might find its own dedicated house website, like 132gilbertlane.com. It will always have much more information about the property than any other website.